Hello everyone. So in the last video we were talking about the loops and I said we will start with for loops, right? So I already said the purpose of loops. So why loops? I said you to repeat something a particular number of times or to repeat something until a particular condition is obtained or until a particular condition is true. Okay, so we talked about for loops, while loops and do while loops. So first, as I said, we will have a look on for loop. Okay, so first let's have a look how it works. Okay, so for loop can be used to repeat something for a number of times or repeat something until a particular condition is true. Okay, so for starting the functionality, first we will write the syntax and see how this syntax is related with the functionality. Okay, so I will first write the syntax in a notepad so that it is easy to understand. Okay, so we will first write for. Okay, then we will do an initialization of variable normally, right? So this is the typical way. Then we will have a semicolon and we will have a condition, okay, during which the condition is true, the for loop will run. Okay, and we will have an so-called incrementer. Okay, because unless it is a forever scenario, okay, infinite loop, we may have to stop this for loop at a particular point, right? So let's say if I am repeating the for loop a number of times and if the number is not infinite, once the number of times are reached, I have to break the for loop. That means what? I have to tell, okay, enough, this looping action is enough, now you have to stop. Okay, 10 times is enough, 10 time action is enough, you have to stop. So stopping, that means you have to breaking the loop, because loop means continuous running, so you have to break it so that you can stop it. Okay, for that we need an incrementer scenario. Okay, so then what we will do is we will have an open bracket and a close curly brace. Okay, so whatever the action should happen, okay, no matter how many number of lines or how many actions, everything should be written inside these two curly braces. Okay, I mean, if the for loop is going to iterate something, what it is going to iterate, whatever is written within these curly braces will be iterated by the for loop. You understand? Like the if condition, right? So these two curly braces are the area of the for loop. For loop is governing these two, the area contained by these two curly braces. Okay, it's very easy, right? Easy to understand. Okay, so your action, repetitive action should be written inside these two curly braces. So for loop starts here and ends here. These are the things, this initialization, condition and incrementing are the things needed to validate the for loop, whether the for loop should run or not. Okay, whether we should get into the for loop and repeat the repetition or not, where we have to break the for loop. For those kind of things we need all these three scenarios. Okay, so initialization means we initialize a variable normally inside the for loop, right? So this is the most used format of the for loop. Okay, so we will go with that. Okay, then condition mean, once we initialize the variable, condition means we will tell until this variable is within this particular condition. I mean, until this condition is true, please make the for loop run. That means please get into the for loop and do the action. Okay, then incrementer means this is to make sure we are breaking the for loop at a point. Okay, so this incrementer is used one by one. Okay, during every looping this incrementer value will be changing, and at a point this incrementer will make sure this condition become false. That means this condition is not satisfied, so that we should not get into for loop. Okay, that means for loop will break out and we will come out of the for loop. Okay, for example, initialization, we say something like we give a value to a variable. Okay, then we say until this variable value becomes 10. Maybe we have to do it 10 times. Okay, let's say we give a value of 0 to a variable. Okay, then we say until this variable value become 10. Okay, that means if the variable value is less than 10 or less than or equal to 10, please get into the for loop and do the work. Okay, so if I initialize the variable as 0, and if I say if it is until it is less than 10, that means 0 is less than 10 at the first time. Okay, then it is, this condition is true and we will do the action, right? Then once the action is finished, what we will do, we have this incrementer. So using this incrementer, we will increase the value of the variable. Maybe this variable was 0 at the time of first looping. Once the first loop finishes, this incrementer will increment the variable by 1, let's say. Okay, so that means now new variable value is 1. So again initially this condition will be checked. So 1 is less than 10, again for loop will run and action will be happening. Then again incrementer will increment the value by another 1. So now new value is 2. So condition, what is the condition? Checking with 10. So 2 is less than 10. This is also true. We will do the action again. So the incrementer will keep incrementing. So at one point we will come to 10. So let's say 10 is less than 10 is false. Okay, so it is checking with the 10, right? So let's say we have less than 10 condition. So the incremented new value is 10, but 10 is less than 10 is the condition. Let's say this is false. So for loop will break. It will not get into that, and it will come out of the coding will come out of the for loop and go to the next line. Okay, don't worry. I know it is a bit fast. Sometimes you might not have understood what I am talking about. Don't worry. Okay, just grab what I say. In the next video, I will give you a proper example. I will break these things separately and I will explain it in a nice way so that things will become clear. So take this as a like pre-lesson so that when I am again explaining it, it will not look new to you. Okay guys, I will catch you up in the next video guys. Until then, take care.